You know what time it is. It's your boy Aquaman coming back with another straight fuego video. Today's topic is Bitcoin mining and how Bitcoin mining is going to change the game on how we consume energy around the globe. Don't believe the psyop that Bitcoin is going away, that it's old tech, that it has no utility, because boy, let me tell you, Bitcoin has massive utility. And this video that you're about to watch is going to explain it all. So be sure to get yourself comfy, sit back and relax, because I'm about to blow your mind right now on how Bitcoin is going to be utilized around the world. We're going to tap in here into Japan and what they're doing with Bitcoin mining. No different than what's going on here in the United States as well. But Bitcoin mining is going to change the game again on how we consume energy around the world. Listen to this before I play this video that's going to blow your mind. It says Bitcoin mining never dug too deep in Japan, but that might all be about to change with Agile Energy X, a subsidiary of TEPCO Power Grid. And if you don't know what TEPCO is basically the Edison of Japan. Okay, so this is TEPCO here. So let's go back here. It says subsidiary of TEPCO Power Grid, one of the nation's biggest electricity suppliers, developing a system to turn Bitcoin mining into flexible demand source for Japan's excess renewable energy. The latest report in the GXXD series takes you on a deep dive into the Agile X energy proposition. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that report after we watch this 8-minute video. But boy, is your mind going to be blown right now, and you're going to hopefully have an aha moment like I did. Because if you're just like me, at one point in time, I used to think that Bitcoin was going away. I used to think that Bitcoin was old tech. It was the Napster. It was the AOL of the internet, right? It's going away. It moves super slow. It takes 45 minutes to an hour for me to send Bitcoin from wallet A to wallet B, right? Well, that's all a psyop. That's what they want you to believe so that you don't buy the Bitcoin and they can get it all for themselves. But Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin is going to power the world's energy. Tap in.
So in 2018, two very separate things were happening. One is curtailment of renewable power started in Japan, initially in the southern part of Japan in Kyushu. So photovoltaics, because of the supply-demand gap, curtailment started to happen. So which means wasted renewable energy. So that's one issue. The other totally independent, unrelated thing that was happening in 2018 was the Bitcoin bubble burst. And there were harsh criticisms for Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency, and also Bitcoin mining being labeled as wasteful energy consumption. And I wasn't really interested in cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, or I didn't know about Bitcoin mining. But when I heard that Bitcoin mining is a waste of electricity, I tried to think in a reverse way. If it's a wasteful energy, there could be a way to use it as power demand. And at the same time, as I mentioned, curtailment of renewable energy was happening. So I thought if I could combine the two together, a wasteful or a heavy power guzzler Bitcoin mining with wasted renewable energy, that may be good for Japan, good for TEPCO, and good for carbon neutral society. For various reasons, the energy system in Japan is unfortunately very fragile, highly dependent on imported fossil fuel, and therefore we need to add more renewable energy. That's good. But most renewable energy, other than hydro, it's variable. So there's an issue of this variability of renewable power. And also that's one issue. And the other is most renewable energy sources are located in rural places of Japan, the northern island of Hokkaido or southern island of Kyushu, and the main demand centers are Tokyo or Osaka in the middle part of Japan. So there needs to be a massive grid upgrade in order to transport the electricity from north and south to the center part of Japan. And in order to tackle that, first from the variability point of view, many stakeholders in Japan, they've been trying to install batteries to manage the variability. That's a sensible thing to do, but there are various issues with batteries. It's not perfect. It's still costly, and you need to install a lot of batteries to manage the variability of tens of gigawatts of variable renewable energy. And also from the transmission point of view, installing tens of gigawatts of capacity of additional transmission lines, it's very costly and takes like decades. Bitcoin mining as one flexible demand that is flexible from 2 points of view. One is the installation flexibility, and the other is the operational flexibility. From the installation flexibility point of view, Bitcoin miners, the smallest unit is like a one computer, 1 kilowatt, and it can be scaled from 1 kilowatt to megawatts or gigawatts as needed, and it could be installed inside portable shipping containers, like 20-foot containers, as much as necessary. And also, it's operationally flexible. You can turn on and turn off at your will because there's no customer. You get rewards from the Bitcoin network, which do not care when you turn on your Bitcoin miners or when you turn off the Bitcoin miners. So the two pronged flexibilities that Bitcoin mining has, the operational flexibility and the installation flexibility, comes very handy to match with the variability of renewable energy resources and the rural location where the renewable energy sources are. So far, Technical Power Grid, our 100% parent company, they have provided initial capital, human resource, and also very importantly, the credibility. Because Bitcoin and also Bitcoin mining, they are negative connotation based on the mainstream media coverage. So even though Bitcoin mining as a flexible demand is very useful for the energy system, not many people understand the value. And
Did y'all hear that? Not many people understand the value. Oh my God. Like, that's because it's a narrative that they're pushing to keep you out of Bitcoin, to have the XRP army adopt these wild, outlandish thoughts on Bitcoin going away, and it's not going anywhere. They are installing Bitcoin mining operations right now somewhere in the world because of what it's going to do for our energy crisis that we have here on the planet. The grid is old news. The grid needs to be taken down. It needs to be revamped, and this is the way.
Agile Energy being a very new company, nobody has heard of us, but because our parent company is TEPCO Pyramid, it provides us with instant credibility. So we get to talk and meet with municipalities, other energy companies, government officials. So in that way, TEPCO Pyramid and the TEPCO grid as a whole has helped us a lot. And in the future, moving forward, we will obviously work closely with TEPCO in talking with the government, local municipalities, and other stakeholders in order to establish the distributed energy market, and also a broader energy policy discussion point of view, we'll work closely with TEPCO. I have received many positive feedback from stakeholders in various industries and sectors, not only from the energy sector, but including people from the finance sector, government officials, education, agriculture, and so forth. And part of the reasons they have been positive, they have positive perception is the innovative aspect of combining Bitcoin mining to solve energy issues. Solving energy issue, it's a benefit for everyone. I think we need to find suitable partners. Right now, we are a very small company. Either we grow and become a large company, or work with various partners. I think right now we are thinking one of the best candidate partners would be the transmission and distribution companies in Japan. Similar to TEPCO Paragrid, there are transmission and distribution companies in Hokkaido, Kyushu, Tohoku, and other places. So that's one candidate partners. But it could also be renewable companies if they decide to have behind the meter distributed computing systems. Then those generators could become a good partner for us as well.
So this is the report and the PDF breakdown for the project GXXD. I'll kind of briefly go through it. I strongly urge to go through it during your own time, take some notes so you can see for yourself. But the title of it is Say Watt Now, like wattage, right? And, you know, there's a few things in here I just want to read here. It says here, Agile Energy X claims this approach can be more efficient than batteries or hydrogen as a means of mopping up and storing surplus electricity. It would also be cheaper and less cumbersome than existing energy management systems. And of course, there's the payoff of earning digital value in Bitcoin. So that is utility, baby. It's just like silver. It has a dual utility, right? Store of value, and it's a precious metal that can be used in the industrial sector. But listen to what Mr. I won't even begin to say his name, but the CEO at Agile Energy says a lot of people see Bitcoin mining as a waste of electricity, but we took the opposite approach. We combined Bitcoin mining, which consumes a large amount of electricity, with renewable energy that is often wasted. This introduces a far more profitable use of renewable energy. And this guy is the guy that was just in the video that I played for you. So this is a breakdown of, a report on annual electricity consumption, greenhouse gas emissions. You can come in here and take a look for yourself. But let's see here. Let me scroll down here. It says here, problem one, they already have solutions. The solutions is Bitcoin mining and natural energy resources. But it says problem one, financial losses from renewable energy curtailment. Solution, waste renewable energy powers crypto mining, producing Bitcoin. Problem two, higher consumer costs caused by grid congestion. Mining creates flexible demand, consuming excess energy anytime and anywhere at points of oversupply. Says here, a quote again from the CEO, the purpose is not to earn money with Bitcoin, but to consume electricity efficiently. So that's like basically killing two birds with one stone. The Bitcoin value is just the cherry on top, period. But Bitcoin mining is going to solve the problem that we have around the world with electricity. And Japan is not the only one to do it. Go look at Nebraska. Go look at El Salvador. This stuff is going to start spreading like wildfire, and it might be too late. It might be too late, but let's read this other quote here. It says the distributed energy market concept aims to mitigate grid congestion issues through market mechanisms. Agile Energy X could be a very useful player that can provide flexible distributed energy resources from a demand point of view, but it will be up to one of the critical market players to set up a liquid enough market to make it work. And we come down here, it says proof of concept. So this was June 2022 to March 2024. Approximately 1,300 mining devices deployed in 7 portable shipping containers. So that's the other cool part. You can basically drop off shipping containers anywhere around the world, especially in rural places. You can have it helicoptered in. A majority of these natural resources and where they're at has a tough time getting hooked up to the grid. So the fact that Bitcoin mining can be set up anywhere is another strong utility aspect of Bitcoin. So yeah, and the last quote I want to read here, and I strongly urge you to go through this yourself, or actually, you know what, before I read that last quote, these are the different natural energy resources that they're going to be taking advantage of. So renewable energy powers Bitcoin mining. Wasteful heat from mining equipment powers CO2 recovery process in the direct air capture. In a process called molten salt electrolysis, MSE, recovered CO2 is turned into molten salt with graphite and diamond synthesis possible upon further processing. Aquaponics, a circular agriculture method that combines land-based aquaculture and hydroponic cultivation, uses the exhaust heat from the mining equipment for heating and for growing vegetables using the CO2 recovered by the DAC. The nutrient-rich aquaculture water is then used in fish farming. The circular nature of this small-scale farming fish farm cultivation operations combines with renewable Bitcoin mining process. It provides economic opportunities for rural communities struggling with the socio-economic difficulties such as depopulation. So Bitcoin mining is gonna be able to tap into all of this, utilize this as energy, and mine Bitcoin. And let me read this last quote here from the CEO. This is the quote that once you hear it, you're not going to be able to unhear it. And hopefully it resonates to where you get the aha moment right now and not later. But it says, once people come around to the idea that Bitcoin mining, this power guzzler, can be used to solve energy issues, it becomes an aha moment. Those people are increasing by the day. And I'll be real with you. I had that same aha moment because I am guilty of adopting the narrative and the psyop that Bitcoin is old tech. Bitcoin is going away. It's going to be taken over by XRP. And Bitcoin and XRP are two different use cases. And Bitcoin mining has nothing to do with what XRP is going to do. So this is one of many different reports around the world. If you haven't checked out my video on El Salvador utilizing a volcano for Bitcoin mining, better tap into that video ASAP, especially if this video resonated with you, because it's just more proof in the pudding that Bitcoin mining is here to solve worldly issues that we have with energy. And you know what? God knows what else this bad boy is going to be able to do. But the fact that Bitcoin mining can do this and hook up to natural resources and, siphon methane out of our environment to make our environment more cleaner, right, just speaks loudly to the utility that Bitcoin has. So that's going to do it for this video. I know I detoured going into Bitcoin mining. My YouTube channel is mainly just DeFi. All my other videos are all about decentralized finance, and we're going to continue to do that. But this was something that I just had to get off my chest. I had to share with all my subscribers because I had the same aha moment that this quote says. said, like immediately once I learned this information, I was like, oh my God, we got another psyop on our hands here. So that's going to do it. I hope this video resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you learned something new today. Comment below. Let me know what you're thinking about this Bitcoin mining and the energy crisis that we have here in the globe. But other than that, much love. Talk soon.